Hello. You might notice a big sign. It says happy birthday. It's not my birthday. It's the channel's birthday. Well, it's a couple days late. And I had really good intentions of doing this ahead of time and then actually posting it on exactly 1 year from my first video. But you know, best laid plans. So I have a hat. I've got a banner. I have one of these thingies, which doesn't make noise. But I thought what I'd do is I took some notes about the past year, and I figured I'd put on some makeup and we could just do a quiet little chat. I've got a little glass of, well, it's not champagne, but it's wine, and it's in a fancy glass, so it must count. Just to reflect back on what this past year has been like, things that I've learned, things that I haven't learned, things that I wish I had learned. And then it's not necessarily about the pandemic, although that's been, you know, part of this journey with us, but it's about, you know, this whole year for me on YouTube and what I personally have come to learn. So I'm not gonna do anything special. We're just gonna slap stuff on my face and talk. So first things first, total numbers of videos this year, 48. This will be 49. Hang on, there's a cat trying to get in. Who is it? Oh, it's you, darling. Come on in. Which is less than one video a week, but not bad, all things considered, considering that usually I felt like I was being pretty lazy, and seemed like maybe twice a month was probably the speed that I was going at. I think that I had started off a little bit heavier in the beginning, and then in the past it's been every 2 weeks or so, which feels more reasonable and a likelier pace for things. And frankly, my life has gotten busier. At work, for people who don't know, I work in a food microbiology lab. We never really stopped working. Never could really work from home on a regular basis because you can't bring the lab with you. And a lot of our clients are retail food companies, which means they make food for the grocery stores. And when restaurants and a lot of businesses sent everyone home, everyone started grocery shopping a lot more. So all of a sudden, their need for people like me increased quite significantly. And I am grateful every day for the field of work that I'm in, because it's sometimes hard, but it really does feel like something that very much is important to day-to-day life, and everyone's got to eat. So it's a good thing that that we have jobs and that everyone's been safe, and we've been busy. But it means that my free time and time to do fun projects has been significantly curtailed, especially the past couple of weeks. Also, you might notice things, for better or for worse, are a little bit clearer. I upgraded cell phones, so we're shooting this on the new backwards facing camera, which might be terrifying once I put it onto a TV screen. But maybe if people just watch this on the mobile devices, we'll be okay. So of all the videos that I've done, I have 2 that are like my lowest watched. I think they have like 1 view each, and that's fine because I wasn't particularly enthused about them. And those are my 2 crafting videos. My most watched videos, this was interesting. My most watched video is also my favorite one. So that's the one that I did with my niece, and that was the 3-minute challenge video. That is actually my highest watched video. I suspect that part of that is my sister and my niece, but it was a real fun video to make. I really enjoyed it. And it was nice to spend some time with her when she was here this summer. My second most watched video was a Sips By box unboxing, and for some reason it was July. Don't know why. My least popular series, other than my 2 failed crafting videos, was my fragrance oil collection videos. I still have these. I'm actually working through them. Not at quite a pace. I've kind of settled on using them in a much more normal way. But it's something that I'm doing in the background, even if I'm not making videos about it, because I still have this bag of shame that I need to deal with. So those are the things that I stopped doing. Things that I want to do. I really want to do this video, and I've been trying to do it, but it's going to be a problem because, as I mentioned, food is very popular, and the video that I want to do is actually a string cheese smackdown. So one of the things that I've really come to enjoy this past year, or that I've remembered my love of, is string cheese. Plain old mozzarella string cheese. Not although pepper jack is good and Colby Jack is nice too. But as the brand that I usually bought, which was the Meyer store brand, has had supply issues, I've kind of had to branch out to name brands and other store brands, and I definitely have some opinions about them. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a video ranking them in my opinion, but that means that I have to be able to get my hands on them all at the same time, which is problematic, but we're working on it. What have I learned about YouTube? I've learned that I continue to be a lazy person and don't want to put in the kind of effort over here that's required to really grow the channel. So I've got 9 subscribers currently. I had 10, just lost one, no idea why, not beating myself up about it, but the amount of effort to put together and keep a social media presence to help drive people to a channel is just something that I guess I didn't realize when I started. I think in the back of my head I kind of knew, but knowing something as a fact and then actually having to try and execute it, it was kind of beyond like my abilities and my energy level, to be honest. And that's okay, because I didn't start this to make money. I didn't start it to really gain followers. It was really just a way of babbling to myself, and possibly my family, and maybe new online friends, about just what was going on in life, and help me focus on some of my project goals around panning and sort of curating my collection, because I'd kind of gotten to the point where I knew I had more things than I was ever going to use, and I'd gotten to this point where I was watching videos and then just kind of mindlessly consuming things. And as I started watching Project Pan videos and some other things, it occurred to me that that was definitely something, this was a tool that I could use to hold myself accountable. And that's powerful if you're trying to reach a goal, which is to have someone hold you accountable, even if it's an imaginary person in your phone that you talk to while you do your makeup. But it's been really helpful to me when I watch other videos to then not get too excited about it, because I know I have lots of stuff. I probably have something similar, and I don't need it. I don't want it, but I don't need it, and that's valuable in life. I'll give you an example. I was on Facebook, and Menagerie Cosmetics came out with the Flight Club palette. It had some beautiful cover art. There was like a fruit bat, and it was all like purples and like neutral colors. And I knew, looking at the cover art, that it was going to kind of be colors that I really liked, and that I was going to be enthusiastic about it. But I was able to kind of just say, yeah, that's really cool. Am I going to use it? Probably not. And so I didn't buy it. Because it, you know, it probably would have sat in my drawer like my other makeup that gets trotted out once or twice a week at most. And that I can do better. It deserves better. You know, it's, I want to have things. I don't want things to have me, I guess is the cliched way of saying that. Also, part of the reason that it took me so long to film this video was because I had to clean my room. I started working on a sewing project because I've determined that I should be able to sew myself a garment, but I've never done it successfully before. I've sewn other things, but not clothes. So I bought a pattern that seemed really easy, decided to make myself like a muslin copy of it. And in the process destroyed my room in a real bad way. Like fabric scraps everywhere, bits and pieces of everything else everywhere. So this video is an excuse to clean. Let's see, what else do we need? Some sort of eyeliner. Why not? So let's see, what else are my notes? Can I read them without my glasses? Oh yes. So I noticed that some of my more popular videos were the Sips by unboxings, and I have mixed feelings about this. Like, I'm glad people liked them. I hope that, you know, they were educational to people. But at the same time, like, I feel like I learned something from those series, which is what inspired me to cancel that subscription box. And it's also the same thing that keeps me watching other people's makeup unboxings. So I watch like Alexandria Ryan's videos with the Ipsy Showdown. I enjoy Paige Hildebrand's unboxing videos because she's a very small channel like me. And it's fun to watch other people get stuff without having to get it myself and then do something with it. The advantage being it does not clutter up my space. I don't feel guilty about it. And then cool, I guess cool, not cool is the wrong word. The thing about the Ipsy Showdown that I like watching is that it really gives you a sense that there's not that much new underneath the sun anymore in terms of makeup. So I feel like I've always felt that at some point we're going to kind of hit peak makeup where there was only so much that companies could continue to innovate. There are only so many new brands that could come out, and at some point, and I think we're seeing this now, companies are starting to have fatigue. There's only so many new things that they can push. They either try to scale it back if they realize that the new releases aren't hitting as hard as they used to, or they double down on it, which seems insane to me. But, you know, clearly there are brands who are doing it, and I don't get it. But it is a gentle reminder for me anyway, that there are only so many things that a brand can bring out to appeal to me, and at some point I'm done. What sort of lip color should we go with? Oh, there we go. We'll go with a neutral lip. So that's kind of the long and the short story. A couple of personal notes on the channel, which is I've gotten used to listening to myself talk. That's been helpful. It's something that I always struggled with. When I was a little kid, I absolutely hated public speaking. And I guess this kind of counts. And it's something that I've had to do professionally like at conferences and stuff. And that's better because at least then I kind of understand the topic that I'm talking about. But it was kind of challenging to just sit down and babble about random stuff here instead of having a script with slides that I could follow along. But it's been, I don't know, I've kind of come to like hearing the sound of my own voice, which is a sort of a arrogant thing to say, I realize when I say it out loud, but so be it. I never said I was a super modest person. I think there's a certain amount of egotism that comes into doing anything public speaking wise anyway. I know very few people who are unsure of themselves who public speak well. Because at some point you have to embrace your potential for failure. So I was thinking, maybe for this upcoming year, that there are a couple of things that I'd like to do. One is book reports. I've been listening to a ton of audiobooks recently. Our library has a really great system, so you can get them for free, return them if you don't like them instantly. They don't clutter up your house. I've been walking a lot recently, so I don't think I've ever talked about this. I'm attempting to virtually walk the Appalachian Trail. So the mileage that I selected was 2,184 miles. I don't have a firm goal of doing that, but I would like to do it at some point. On my wall, let's see if I can move you over, right? Here is a map of the Appalachian Trail that I'm keeping my progress written on. It's a lot of walking, but it gives me time to listen to books, and I'm also reading books, so I thought it might be interesting to occasionally come on and talk about a book that I really liked. Our library does themes, so during Black History Month, I started listening to a couple of authors that were in sort of like the seasonal section, and I found a couple that I really liked that I probably wouldn't have listened to otherwise. I tend to stick with cozy mysteries or ghost mysteries or I don't know, small town mysteries. So there were a couple of books that I listened to that were different, and those were interesting. And I thought that it might be an opportunity to expand people's horizons. So I don't know, might do that, see if anyone is interested. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is I thought I'd do a small celebration contest to celebrate my 1 year on YouTube. And this is going to be sponsored by no one except for myself. But there is a prize. So I started this year in September making cold processed soaps. So if people don't know, that's your oil plus lye equals soap. It's the definition of soap by the FDA, and it just is. So it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's been reasonably successful in my estimation. I'm not making money as a business yet, but I love doing it, and I love inspiration that I get from other people. So I thought what I would do for my 1 year anniversary is run a contest to both say thank you for watching, and also to maybe encourage other people to watch. But either way, no biggie if you don't. So here's the contest rules. I wrote them out. I don't know exactly if anyone's going to do this, but the rules are simple, right? It's unfortunately open to US residents only because there's going to be shipping involved. You either are going to win one custom batch of soap, or so those would be one batch, all of the same variety, inspired by you. We'll have a conversation. I'll get some information about you, and then I'll make the soap for you. You can give them away to people. You can use them all yourself, whatever you want. Or I'll give you instead a gift certificate to the website for 5 bars of soap, any of the ones available on the website, plus free shipping. So that's 2 prizes, only 1 winner, and you get to choose between which one you want. So in order to enter the contest, the rules are really simple. The first is you have to leave a comment down below with your favorite fragrance. And it can be an all-natural fragrance. It could be a fragrance of something random, like my favorite scent is freshly frying bacon, or I love fresh cut grass on a summer day, or I miss Bath and Body Works fragrance that used to happen. I'm not going to use that for the soap, but it's really just something to comment in the comment section by. So that's one thing. 2, you have to be subscribed to this channel. 3, you have to like us on Instagram and like the soap company, which is Second Shift Soap, on Instagram. And I'll put the information in the box below. So I will randomly select a winner on April 10th from the people who meet those qualifications. And then I will contact you through Instagram, and then we'll set it up. So hopefully someone wins. It'll be the saddest contest ever if no one does. Please let me give you stuff. Help me, fire off some creative synapses. And I look forward to the next year. I do enjoy this, even if no one else is watching. So I will keep doing it until I've got something else that takes priority. So I hope everyone's doing well. Happy anniversary, or happy birthday, because I like birthday better. I don't know. Either way, happy 1 year. I hope everyone's doing well. I'll talk to you later.